Good afternoon, everyone. I realize it's been a little while since I posted this video, but I didn't want to overwhelm you with work prior to the the Thanksgiving vacation. So, want to kind of wrap things up for this quarter coming up. And again, I don't want to overwhelm you with work, but you do have a few things to kind of get things going. So, what I decided to do was there is a U.S. History Chapter 6 test that you have, which is due on the 10th. You can see that here. Again, all these tests are open notes, so you can be successful. I'm actually going to push this back here, this assignment, this PowerPoint presentation. I'll talk about that in a second. And you do have one more homework assignment, which is your Chapter 7 Quizlet. That'll be your last. So you have really 3 more things to do. And also I wanted to talk about your finals. So let me push this back here. And let me change the due date because I want a slightly different due date for you. Let me change this real quick. It's going to be due the 10th. There we go. Okay, at 3:10. So you see here, this is due at 3:10. This is due at midnight. These are your last 2 assignments, and then this assignment is due on the 6th. Okay, so let's talk about this PowerPoint presentation here. Okay, let me open this up. So basically what you're doing is instead of doing, the R&Os and having a test on Chapter 7, you're going to do a PowerPoint/Google slide for Chapter 7. So what you're doing is you're creating a 14-slide PowerPoint/Google slide that you will be detailing the information within the Chapter 7. So let's talk about that. First, the kind of logistics. You can either use PowerPoint or Google Slide. Now, if you use Google Slide, you still need to upload it as a PowerPoint. And so if you use Google Slides, upload it as a PowerPoint. I say that again, upload as a PowerPoint. If you use PowerPoint, you're still going to upload it as a PowerPoint. That's easy. I've given you 2 tutorials on how to use Google Slides and how to use PowerPoint on your tablet. So when it comes to creating a PowerPoint, it's very, very important that I see a great deal of creativity. I see a great deal of information. I see a great deal of visuals. I mean, these PowerPoints should absolutely blow me away. I should not see a wall of text and 1 picture or 2 pictures that are completely random. Your pictures should help me understand the information more. As I say here at the bottom, I should be able to hand your PowerPoint to someone else, and they should be able to understand the information in the chapter. So this PowerPoint, think of it, should teach Chapter 7. Should teach it. And if you're curious about where Chapter 7, you can find it inside of Files. It's there in Unit 2 or the separate independent Chapter 7 PDF. You need to share it with me. If you're using Google Slides, you share it with this email. If you're using the PowerPoint, you share it with this. If you need to learn how to share, you can YouTube it. It's very simple. Or you can come and see me and I can show you how you share it. You need to do this. Make sure you label your PowerPoint appropriately. Just don't label it presentation. Put your name on the file and the name of the assignment right there. PowerPoint/Google Slide for Chapter 7 U.S. History. Again, I should be blown away by this PowerPoint. There should be 3 slides per section, a total of 12 slides, and I should be absolutely blown away. You have lots of time to work on this. This is not due until the 10th. You need to get this done. So you have a week and a half to do this. You have a weekend and a full week to do this. It needs to be done by the 10th, okay? Along with your Chapter 7 test. Oops, I don't want to play that right now. And there's lots of videos on how to use PowerPoint and or Google Slides online, so please use them. Next, your midterm. Your midterm will be posted the 14th, and you have to get it done by the end of the day, the 17th. So I'm going to post it on the 14th in the morning. You have to have it done by the 17th. So you have these 4 days, really 4 days to complete it, okay? In reference to studying for your PowerPoint, what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to post a practice test that covers every single possible question that could be on your midterm. It's going to be hundreds and hundreds of questions that you can take time and time again to study for the midterm. Then what you're going to have is your midterm when it opens on the 14th. It'll consist of 200 questions, 200 sets of 100 questions, okay? And you will have a time limit on those 100 questions. It'll be probably an hour for each part. You won't even come close to needing that amount of time. Not even close of needing that amount of time. Last year's kids did the PowerPoint some of them were done, fried both parts in 60 minutes. So it'll be 200 total questions, no written questions, and you'll have that practice exam to go off from. So you need to set aside 2 hours to do your final. So if that's at night, that's during the day, but it has to be done, period. It has to be done by the 17th, and it'll open the 14th. So all 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. And again, once you start it, okay? There'll be a pin for you to use to get into the exam. I'll post that on the same day so you can get into it. So that's basically the rest of U.S. history for this semester. And then I'll have this graded, and you'll know your grade for your midterm, and it'll be pretty self-explanatory. If you have any questions coming into this, like for example Chapter 7, please email me, teams me, and I'll get you squared away. So that's basically it for the remainder of the first semester. Please let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.